Mary Magdalene and other Mary went to visit the tomb of Jesus Christ very early in the morning, early in the Sunday morning. And the gospel says when they went there, there was a there was an earthquake, and the angel of the Lord appeared to them, whose face was like a lightning, and whose robe was as white as snow. And the angel was speaking to this woman, and the angel said, "Do not be afraid. I know you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here. He is risen from the dead, just as he said he would. Come and see where his body was laying." Og iyang ipakita sa angel kung asa naghigda si Jesus, nga wala na siya dito. Then the woman was so afraid but filled with joy because they saw the angel of the Lord giving them instruction to go to Jesus' disciples and tell them to go to the mountain in Galilee where Jesus would meet them. And ang nakanindot is, as they obeyed and went to Galilee, because as we all know that the tomb of Jesus was outside the wall of Jerusalem. Although na siya sa Jerusalem area, but it was Christ was crucified outside the wall of Jerusalem. And they ran to Galilee. Layo kayo ng Galilee, mudagan pa na mga from Jerusalem to Galilee would like 40 miles, 40 kilometers, or more or less 20 miles. And while they were on their way, Jesus appeared to them. And when they saw Jesus, they worshiped him. May soon, sa dihang ang mga babae, they obeyed the messenger of the Lord, who is the angel. Then they were able to see more. Mas nakita pagid sila og dili lang anghel, sa dihang nagpatuo sila, nakita nila si Ginoong Jesus. And Jesus gave them peace. Jesus said, "Do not be afraid. Ayaw o kahadlok." Because when they saw the angel, when they encountered the angel, they were filled with fear, with joy. But at this time around, although na fear, but Jesus said, "Do not be afraid." And the fear vanished. And the only thing that remained in their heart was joy, ang kalipay. Then Mary and the other Mary, the Bible says they ran to him, grasped his feet, and worship him. The first worshiper of Jesus after his death was a woman, or was women, mga babae. Ang una nagsimba kaniya, dili gali iyang mga disciple, dili gali kato mga bagiitan nga mga disciple ni Ginoong Jesus. Ang pinaka makasasala nga mao si Maria Magdalena o ang laing Mary. The word "He is risen" was the talking point of the disciples when they preached to all nations. Moingon sila nga, "He is risen." Then the people would be intrigued, who is, kinsa may nabanhaw? Because nobody in the history that has been risen from the dead, but only Jesus. Then they began to explain and they began to preach that Jesus Christ was risen from the dead. Ang kaning word na He is risen is the reason why the people got so intrigued. Nga kinsa man ni nabanhaw di ay. Magson, again, we are all ministers here. We are all servants of God. But when the servants of God begins to obey, then the servants of God o kita nga mga alagad sa Ginoo will begin to see more. And we will experience more of Jesus. Maka-experience ta more of Jesus' presence. Then all our worries, all our fears, all our cares of this world, mawala na siya tanan. And one thing will remain in us, the joy. As this woman had this fear, but filled with joy, but when they met Jesus, Jesus assured them and gave them peace by saying, do not be afraid. And the fear was gone, and the cares was gone, and the anxiety was gone. The same with us today. May our fears, anxieties, and cares of this world will be gone. And the joy in serving the Lord, maong padayon sa atong kinabuhi, sa kita mga padayon, pagpangalagad sa Ginoo, as we continue to see more and experience Jesus more. Please stand.